very point blank question, are you still almost masking some of the things that you need to confront in your own head through running towards the pain?
Depends how hard I convince myself. To start with, I was very much in the running away, using it to kind of turn the volume down in my head, to quieten the voices, and just to kind of keep. Again, there was no awareness, but I think with every experience, with every race, with every place that you see, the reason you do it evolves, it changes, and as you learn more and more about how you enjoy those things, then I feel like it's a difficult question to answer. There probably will always be an element of using it in that kind of slightly more negative way, because I don't think that part of you ever really leaves. It's always there. It's part of your experience, and it's part of makes you. But I feel like over the last few years, I've cultivated enough tools to be able to use it as something that is helpful and is helping me live a life that is aligned with who I really am, which is another part of what the therapy was so good at, and also like understanding your values, not from a sense of honesty, integrity, these blanket terms that really mean fuck all.
They're on walls in recruitment offices.
Yeah, sure. It's understanding your values from a point of what do you actually do? Like what do you turn to when shit hits the fan? That was something that I recognized within myself. That when shit hits the fan, I turn to exercise. I can trust exercise to make me feel better about myself. And yes, it might be a coping mechanism in that moment, but that coping mechanism might just create that little bit of space for me to address the thing that needs to address later. So I think definitely have started to use it more so as a way to kind of improve my life.
Yeah. I often find I tap into the past a little bit more when I'm right up against it, which is the thing that often makes me reflect on, are you trying to prove something to an older version of yourself here, or is this genuinely, in your heart of hearts, a self-discovery, forward motion exercise? And I think it is the latter, but I do sometimes find myself thinking, well, essentially, why the fuck are you doing this? I have to stand there and go, right, okay, let's reflect on the past. And I think a lot of it comes down to being very grateful for the fact that I get to do this stuff, having spent a period of my life with no concept of what the future looked like or whether the future even had me in it. And I think that's why the word explore is one of the main pillars with why I do everything I do from a training point of view. It's because you've got a heavy Atlas stone at one end of the spectrum, and then you've got a stupidly long run at the other end. And there's lots of different exploration points along that spectrum. And I think there's lots of different value to extract from them. But I think people get too caught up in their own little boxes, thinking that this box is the best, that box is the best. Fuck you. Mm-hmm. Why are you doing that? Haha. Triathletes, why choose to be average at 3 sports rather than 1, says the average runner. And it's just like, well, why are we here? And why aren't we just happy that people are extracting value from things that they could otherwise not be doing? And I think you said something that was really at the core of how I think, which is this helping me? I can't remember how you worded it, but is this helping me be the person who I want to be or the person who I want to become? And I can imagine you have a much better understanding of who that person is now than you did before the therapy, before the ultra running, for example. So who is that person, and sort of what are the values at the core of why you do what you do now? There's
also the accepting the fact that who I am now is going to be very different to the person I am in, like based on experience. But who I am now is someone that I feel like gratitude, like you mentioned, being grateful for what we get to do. I'm grateful. I'm at a point now where I feel like I'm grateful for as grateful as I can be for every single experience that's got me to this point today. And I feel like what I'm doing now is a reflection of those lessons. And who that person is someone that wants to, where I derive kind of value now, it comes from many different places, but and I don't want it to sound wanky, like some sort of Miss World thing, but like the service to others, like I gained so much from that ultramarathon experience. It's the reason I'm coaching now is because I want to help people find their own version of whatever that was that I found in it. That gets me going. Like well, that sounds a bit weird, but like it really excites me. Like the prospect of being able to help someone. Like I wanted to be helped back when I was playing rugby, find that in themselves. So that's cool. But
You
also,
want to give them the key.
I'm going to steal that. I need to give them the key.
Cheers. Take it.
So that's one aspect of it. But also with a team sport, there's so much value to be drawn from that team sport and that environment and how that can lift everyone involved. And I found myself at a point now where I'm very grateful. It was a complete accident this happened, but I've been able to put on my own multi-stage ultramarathon. This will be the third year this year. And it's a 250k multi-stage event, and it's not a race. It's simply a challenge. So where there was conflict between individuals playing rugby, within this environment, there is no conflict between individuals. It's not a race. The whole purpose of the thing is to finish 250k, which, like I've said already, is a massive achievement in itself. And the way you get there is by supporting yourself, supporting others. And there's a team goal. There's a common goal. Like we spoke very briefly about, like that primal aspect. Like the goal was to get food for the camp. The goal is for everyone to raise money for a charity that is going to give back to people in the way that is given to us. So who I am, I like to think is a representation of that environment. I'm trying to create that, like the sense of community.